got the Bible.
We don't want any money. We're talking about the history of the Native Americans. That's what we're talking about. You're what? You're sweating? It's shade over here.
Who ain't sweating?
Yeah, it's water.
Right, we
Yeah,
sweating
everybody's
too.
sweating. You're going to be sweating over there too. Unless they got AC over there I don't know about. Yeah.
Where you sis?
Yep. What tribe are you from? Okay. Nice. Man, it's a book called The Devastation of the Indies. Are you a reader? Nah. What about the Bible? You believe in the Bible? Really? Okay. So you believe in Jesus and all that? Okay, we talk about the Bible too. We're really big on the Bible. That's our main everything, the Bible, right? But we go into history, and we link up who we are according to the Bible. Have you ever seen the Native Americans in the Bible? Like it says, the Native Americans verbatim in the Bible. This is the book I was talking about. The devastation of the Indies. So you had white men, like you can even see on the cover, they were hanging Native Americans while they're alive, burning them alive. I mean, you had times where they were putting Native Americans in between two horses and tying them up by ropes and putting black tar over their bodies, then putting feathers on it and lighting on fire and letting the horses run in opposite ways. We're big on us loving our people. We're big on that. And it really pains me and kills me whenever we don't see each other as the same people no more. All right, it's a term called, I'm throwing a lot of information out there, I'm sorry. All right, so this is the main thing I really want to express to you. The term Native, I don't want you to get offended by this either, but the term Native American, that's a new term. Yes, of course. The Native Americans wasn't even speaking English, right? They wasn't calling themselves Native Americans. This is a new language, one of the newest languages, right? But my point is that you're not just Native American, you're God's chosen people.
That's right.
Somebody give me Deuteronomy 7:6 real quick. God's chosen people. I got a quick question for you. It's a controversial question. Please don't get upset, okay? Okay. Do you think everybody is equal? Honestly. Probably not. What do you think? That is true. Everyone is not equal. You know, you got tall people, short people. That's not equality, right? You got people with who are way more obese, and you got people who are the right weight. You got all kind of things that make people unequal, right? Like in America, you got people who are treated fairly, and you got people who are not treated fairly. You got a captain and you got a captor. But I'm gonna read you this. Before I do though, I want to ask you this. Do you think everyone is equal in God's eyes? Yes or no? Do you think that God looks at everyone as equals? Is everyone equal? Did he make that? What do you think? Think so? If you study the Bible, God don't look at everybody as equals. And I'm gonna read this to you, right? Okay, yeah, he does look at everybody as people. Do you think God has a favorite group of people? No? I'm gonna show you this. So you know who Moses is in the Bible? Right? You know he chose Moses to deliver the children of Israel. This is what I want to teach you, that you're a child of Israel. You're one of God's most favorite people. So you remember, we were in captivity. The Israelites were in captivity. Moses got them out of the hands of the Egyptians. He let them out of Egypt. He parted the Red Sea. And this is what he said to the Israelites. Watch this. Read this.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6.
Go.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
He said, for thou art holy people unto the Lord your God. Holy means separated or set apart. Like we call this the Holy Bible. The Holy Bible. A lot of people don't even know what holy means. The word holy means separate, right? Read that.
It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right. Right.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee,
He did what?
have chosen thee to be a special people,
No, to be normal.
to be a special people,
No, to be like everybody else on earth.
to be a special people unto himself, above all people,
No, everybody on earth is equal in God's eyes.
above all people,
One more time.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So he said that Native Americans are above everybody on the face of the earth. Even if you don't want to believe that you're an Israelite according to the Bible, because I told you, you read the Bible before, you never seen, and God told the Native Americans to obey his commandments. You don't read that. It's not in the literature. It's not in the text. But what it does say is God told the Israelites to keep his commandments.
Yeah.
We know through, the Aztecs and the Mayans, they excelled at understanding time. They excelled, they were spiritual as heck. Y'all still are very spiritual. Y'all had great understanding. Architecture, even in the temples, y'all had Hebrew writings of the 10 commandments that are in the Bible. It's a lot of information. But in Christianity, they don't teach who you are according to the Bible. So my message, I just wanted to spread to you. I didn't get your name. What was your name?
Rose.
Rose. Okay. Well, the main thing that I wanted to explain to you is that according to God, you're special, and he identifies you not as a Native American, but as an Israelite according to the Bible. That's the main thing I wanted to teach you. Go ahead, King.
Okay, so you know the word like Chabon? Okay, what does bond mean? Bond goes back. Bond actually goes back to boy. Like, you know, when we say Chabon, means boy, right? Okay. Well, bond goes back to a Hebrew word meaning the same thing. Son.
You had anything else you want to bring up? Okay, cool. Well, I know it's hot, and I know you probably want to get to your family, take a seat. But we are the Israelites according to the Bible. So when you read this book, it's not about Christianity. It's about you and your ancestors and who they are according to God. That's what it's about. You got to start following God's commandments. That's how we got in trouble. We start serving other gods. Right? Have you ever seen the movie Apocalypto? What? What? Oh, that's blasphemy. It's a Native American movie. It's about that. Yeah. It's about them. Man, it's about the bro. Man, you gotta watch that movie. Yeah. Oh my goodness. The Aztecs and the Mayans, they were going into idolatry. They started worshiping the sun. They started doing they were eating people's hearts. It was crazy. Human sacrifice, all kind of. But that's why and when you read into you guys' history, you'll see those same things. I mean, that movie was based off of true events, right? Apocalypto. And it was right before America was colonized by Europeans or whatever. But anytime we start serving a different God, God kicks our butt. Anytime we don't listen to God, God kicks our butt. He come get our attention. You don't want to listen to me? Okay, now you're going to go into slavery. And that's exactly what happened to Negroes, that happened to the Native Americans, and that happened to the Hispanics. We believe that according to archaeology, according to history, and according to biblical prophecy and history, that we are God's chosen people.
That's right.
It cannot be disproven. It cannot. Just one book like this. I'm telling you, if you want to hide something from our people, put it in the book. We don't like reading.
Right.
But we got to start. Man, if I go into some of this Native American information that I got, I'm not the best. But I do study the traditions that y'all held in y'all communities whenever Europeans first came over. They acknowledged that you guys were some of the most peaceful people, but you guys had a lot of warriors. Like some of the things that the Israelites did, y'all did it. Like when a woman is on her menstrual cycle, the Native Americans, they would separate from the wives until she was done with her cycle. That's the same thing that the God of the Bible commands us to do, right? Like say I have a wife. If I was to die before her having a child, my closest brother would take my wife. The Native Americans practice the same thing. I know it's hot. I'm gonna let you go take a seat. I know you. Yeah, it's hot. I can tell. Miss Rose, I really am grateful that you allowed us to talk to you a little bit about the Bible before you enjoy your day. I'm going to let you go ahead and go because I don't want you to fall over. It's hot. Yeah. Okay. All right. You're welcome. Yeah, you don't need a cigarette. You need some water. You want a water?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody get the sister a water.
Okay, pray for me.
Yeah, we got you. Yeah. And a water. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Miss Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. Right, man. Definitely. Hey, brother, when we trying to sow seeds, it is one of the hardest things to do. She was fighting the battle before she even walked over there. And I'm not just talking about the son. The brothers who actually hear, they can see it. The sister doing other stuff that she shouldn't be doing. It's hot out here. You're going to catch a stroke. You're going to catch a stroke. You don't want to play like that. All right, let's bring out some scriptures, though. Let's bring out some scriptures. Let's get, what y'all want to go into? The Bible? All right, let's go into some classics, and then wherever the Spirit takes us, we'll flow. All right, let's go into some classics. Where you at? You in Proverbs? Okay, you in Proverbs 9. Go to Proverbs 9 and 9.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 9 and verse 9.
Yeah.
Give instruction to a wise man, and he will be yet wiser.
Hey, give instruction unto a man who got some sense, and he's going to be even wiser. He's going to become even wiser. A lot of times, especially in today's society in America and Babylon, I'm sure this is worldwide, but I haven't been worldwide, so I can't speak on worldwide as good as I can speak on where I'm at. A lot of young men, they can't be told anything. They can't be corrected. They can't be taught because they already feel like they know it all. And they missing out on so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much free game. Hey, it's a lot of elders who made it, to be even called the elder, and they got game. That has a balance too. Some elders don't have they just, right, don't got it. They don't got it. The only thing they got to be called the elder is the age. Them elders exist too. Right. But there's elders out here who really got that experience, man, who stalk out wisdom from their youth. I want to be that kind of elder, Lord willing, where, just like Solomon said, and let's get wisdom of Solomon, I want to say chapter 8. He said, I sought out wisdom from my youth. The whole chapter 8 is hot. Let's start at 1.
Yeah. This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8, verse 1.
Right.
Wisdom reacheth from one end to another.
Right. Wisdom is going to be everywhere. It reaches from your birth until your death. From the bottom of the mountain to the top of the mountain. Wisdom is everywhere. Come on.
Wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly doeth she order all things.
And sweetly does wisdom order all things. What's going on, King Man? If you got a minute, come here. Wisdom, that's hot. I went to do a lesson over this one day. Without wisdom, you can't put things in order. It says, with wisdom, she sweetly orders all things. She sweetly orders all things. Come on.
Verse 2, I loved her and sought her out from my youth.
This is what Solomon did. He was a young lad. Even his daddy commended him for this. He was young. He was sought after wisdom, though. Right? That's what on his deathbed, maybe not right before, a little bit before he died. Yeah, he told him, look, man, you wise, man. I'm gonna give you the kingdom. I need you to do these things like when I die. He said, look, make sure you kill him. Make sure you kill him. If he do this, kill him. Don't let him get away unpunished. According to your wisdom, do these things. What you gonna say? You got something on there?
Appreciate it. Right.
You got it's right there though.
It's right there.
Yeah.
When he said, "Show yourself a man."
Yeah, that's what is that? First Kings 2.
2.
Yep. Show yourself a man.
Right. Psalm 1.
Yeah, you can. He was industrious. Solomon was You could already see the potential of Solomon when he was a young man. Somebody give me what is that? Go to Proverbs 11 and 21. I hope that's the precept.
Book of Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 21.
Bring it up.
Go hand, join in hand.
Ah, that ain't it, brother. No, that's not what I want. It's right by the scripture that go in the war. Go to Proverbs 20 and 11. Check that out.
Proverbs 20 and 11.
That's what I want.
Proverbs chapter 20 and verse 11.
Bring it up.
Even a child is known by his doing.
Even what?
Even a child is known by his doing.
Watch how nasty this get. We know children according to their doings. That's a good kid. That's a bad kid.
Right.
How much more a grown man? Read the rest of that.
Whether his work be pure and whether it be right.
Even the child is known by his works, by his doings, by his behavior, by his actions. Men are the same way. God look at us, look, that's good. Hey, they good. They need some work. I'm gonna, put my spirit on them to get them right. I already chose him. We weeding him out. Nah, he ain't no good. I don't want him. And nah, they finished. Even a child is known by their doings and by their actions. A man, how much more? But this goes back to my point. Solomon, from a child, he already was showing a pattern of good works. That he was mind strong, he was steady, that he was fit to be a leader. You can see that in a child. Captain DeBar, am I lying? In the child, you can see leadership qualities. We're just talking about your sons. I said, I like him. I like Lorenzo, man. Lorenzo. Hey, he got a good spirit. He the youngest brother, though.
On that this morning too.
He the youngest brother, man. He the youngest brother, but I like his spirit. He got some fine sons already, but I like him. He got a different spirit with him. Nah, brother, don't come up here now. I want to get good. You see that? You see how they do that? You got a Colgate smile. All right, bring that up.
I desired to make her my spouse, and I was a lover of her beauty.
Solomon already was looking at wisdom like that. I desired her. I wanted to be ravished in her breast. Right? That's what it's saying in the Proverbs. He's seen her. He wanted her. How many children are applying themselves to wisdom? Not many. They applying themselves to madness and Facebook and TikTok.
Right.
And views and games. He said, man, I just seen wisdom and there's nothing better. I mean, no kids is on that level right there. I wonder when it says kid, how young he was when he was really like that. Yeah, was he 7? Was he 9? Was he 10? You know what I'm saying? Was it 15 when he was like, yeah, wisdom is it. That's her, I want her. How young was he? Let's keep reading though.
Verse 3, and that she is conversant with Yahweh. She magnified her nobility. Yeah, the Lord of all things himself loved her.
It says wisdom is conversant with Yahweh. Yahweh deals with wisdom all day. He's conversant with that. Wisdom is always in the midst of what the Most High is doing. Even the Most High loved wisdom. He deal with her. He deal with her, right? And he gave her to us. Come on.
Verse 4.
Look how hot it is. He loved wisdom so much. He gave wisdom over to us so she could take care of us and nurture us like a mother do. Come on now, that's hot.
Verse 4, for she is privy to the mysteries of the knowledge of Yahweh.
Right, so wisdom, she's in touch with the mysteries of God. Come on.
And a lover of his works.
Right.
Verse 5, if riches be a possession to be desired in this life, what is richer than wisdom that worketh all things?
This is Solomon's thoughts. He putting them on, getting them scribed on the paper. He said, like, it dawned on him. Well, if riches is something that men want, how y'all doing? Y'all gotta come here to Word, man. We got some good stuff going out, man. It's free. We gotta mention that. It's free. Free 99. If riches is to be desired, how much more wisdom? This is worth more than any amount of gold. This right here, but you can get this from free. Hey, bring out that classic you like. 55?
I got precept.
He already going. You can bring out yours real quick.
This is Sirach 1:26.
That's right.
If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Lord shall give her unto thee. Right.
Right.
So if you want wisdom, what's not with my understanding, keep the commandments.
That's the recipe.
Right. And that's the brother, you know, hey, you gotta keep the commandments, man.
Yeah, he not ready yet.
Right, not ready.
He not ready yet. The Most High, we gotta soften the ground. The Most High gotta soften his heart a little bit.
Right.
Soften his mind up a little bit.
Like ours.
That way we can
Like
plant
ours.
the seeds in there.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
our minds was.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Bring this out. Switch them spots, Baba Kashaf.
This is Isaiah 55, verse 1.
Read out.
Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread?
Hold on, man. This right here is super spiritual. It's high. We gotta start from the top real quick.
This is Isaiah 55, verse 1.
Bring it out.
Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye buy.
And he
eat.
said, if you thirsty, come over here. I mean, y'all got a minute? Y'all kings got a minute? It's free. It's free, bro. Come here real quick.
2
It's
minutes.
good. Are you Native American?
Hey, we got water, we got snacks.
Yeah, we got something for you. You want a water? Like y'all gotta go. Y'all in the rush? Y'all always in the rush, man. There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go.
Get a brother a hand.
There we go.
Hey, he over here. You might as well come too. Like he like, man, he got me. Okay. What's the race of your father?
He's Jamaican.
For real? We getting deep real quick. That's what's up. I like Jamaicans a lot. Did you know that the word
thank you.
Jamaican, you don't find it in the Bible? You think God was still dealing with Jamaicans? Or you think that he has a plan for Jamaicans?
Probably not.
Really? That's what Christianity teaches. But time. We Bible scholars. These brothers been studying the Bible for years. Jamaica in there? I think I was reading the introduction, and I think I did see something about that. Hey, the point is, I want to ask you a few questions. Okay, I asked you one. I want to ask you another one. What do you think about equality? Yeah, is everybody equal?
Everybody's, yeah, but everybody's equal now.
Okay, so you think that everyone's equal. So do you think God thinks that everyone is equal? You don't? But why do you think everyone's equal then?
Well, because not everybody wants to see it.
Okay. I agree with you. God does not look at everybody with equality. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For thou art a holy people
unto the Lord thy God.
This is what he said about the Israelites right here. This is what you know who Moses is?
Yeah.
This is what Moses said to these people. Right? Go ahead.
It says, for thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
Right.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be
He chose them for what?
to be a special people unto himself,
Right.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above what? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the point I wanted to show you in the Bible how God, he already said that certain people are above other people on earth. Christianity don't teach that. Christianity, they don't teach the Bible. They teach a doctrine called Christianity. But we teach the Bible. Any question you ask us will come out of the Bible and we'll teach you. If somebody asks me, what about equality? What does God think about equality? I'll show you in the Bible what God thinks about that. Anything you think is right or wrong, we'll go to the Bible and see if it's right or if it's wrong. So this is the task I want to give to you, because I know you're in the rush and you don't have enough time. You probably don't have enough patience to give me the time to teach you some of the things I really want to teach you. So I'm going to give you a task. The task is, you can do it on your own time. You can do it on your own time. But the task is, find out who you are according to the Bible and walk in that. Find out who your people are according to the Bible. Because the Most High, he deals with nationalities and races. He created races. But people don't know who they are according to the Bible. So Jamaicans, they are Israelites according to the Bible, and they're some of the most important people on earth.
That's right.
right? So what I want you to do is take one of those flyers, read up on it, get your Bible out, watch some of his videos, and figure out who you are according to the Bible, and it's going to change your life. How old are you?
Right.
17? This is the perfect time for you to find out who you are according to the Bible, because you ain't made too many mistakes yet. For sure, for sure. It's important. Binyamin. Yeah. All right. All right, you too. Bring us out. All right. Man, I you know me, man. I hate when people ain't ready to receive the word. But you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Lord willing, you know. Hey, I tell y'all a story. I tell this story all the time. Me and Aharon was walking around in our apartments when we was young. Well, we was going into high school maybe. And IUIC, I didn't know him at the time. They was in our apartments, boots on the ground. And it was like, look, you a king. Christ was black. And I was like, what? You know, this is news to me. You know, I went home, I told my dad, and he was like, yeah, Christ is black. You know, me and Aharon went to his house, and, you know, they gave us a flyer. We looked at the flyer. We actually typed in their page that was on the flyer. And, you know, Bishop Nathaniel right there. We like, you know, okay. And then Aharon hit up his nasty youth pastor and was like, so what's this about? And then he sent John 3:16 and a word was stolen. That's how that happened. But you know what? That flyer and them telling us just that simple, hey, Christ was black. Hey, we're really kings. We the Israelites. It didn't take root for 4 years.
That's right.
It didn't take root for 4 years.
That's right.
Until a brother showed me Naquam. I was like, wow. And I was ready.
Hey.
What's up?
It can take years for a tree to produce fruit.
Hey, you know, brother said this to me today. He said if it appeared to be, he called him an Edomite, and then he was like, it appeared to be an Edomite. He was like, he grew a lot of lemon trees, right? I'll let you break it down, because you.
Yeah. It's a video Captain sent to the chat.
Right.
So it's this what appears to be an Edomite. Let's just say he's an Edomite. Anyway, he got an orchard of lemon trees, right? So he got this one specific lemon tree, and he decided that he was gonna observe the law where you don't partake of the fruit. I believe it's to the 4th or the 5th year. And then after the 4th or the 5th year, you can partake of the fruit. But he observed that law, and the tree that he took the lemon from to observe that law, now that tree produces extremely large fruits. So when he kept the law, like the Lord blessed his substance, he growing lemons like this big. The tree is. The rest of his trees in his orchard, they regular size lemon trees. Like, it's not a different variety of lemons. It's not nothing mysterious going on, but the power of the Most High God.
That's right!
And the reward of keeping his laws and being obedient unto him. I'm telling you, this man got lemons like literally this big around. Fat lemons, man, just from observing the law. That's all I got. All praise to the Most High.
All praise to the Most High. The reason why I wanted him to bring that out again is because the power of patience. You gotta wait for that kind of stuff. For them seeds to really get the nutrients that they need, the trees to get them nutrients. Because you know, it's nutrients in fruit. And when them fruits hit the ground, they decompose right near where the tree is. The tree get to absorb them nutrients again.
That's right.
Right? What's going on, man? Say, what's going on?
Visiting family.
Yeah? Okay. Are you from Tulsa? I mean, are you from here?
My dad is he's Muskogee. I'm Muskogee, Chicago.
Okay, nice. Did you come here last year by any chance?
No, there's my sister actually.
Okay, how old are you? 22. Okay, man, you're at the perfect age to learn. For real. I'm not saying that in a weird way, like serious. That's where young men learn the most.
That's right.
Around this age, so man, for real. Like, what do you do for a living?
I teach middle schoolers how to draw and paint. I'm a art teacher, basically.
Okay, that's fire. That's a lot of stuff you can learn through art. What about, a lot of Native Americans are really spiritual. Are you spiritual? Kinda? Okay. You believe there's one God? You believe in a God?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, you're Native American. Your father's Native American, right?
My dad's Muskogee, my mom's Dakota and Ojibwe.
Okay, sweet.
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Mahar.
I'm Jacob.
Nice to Jacob, Yaquab. That's it right there, bro. You know what? Let's do a nice solid handshake. Right?
That's right.
Yaquab, you passed the vibe check. You passed the vibe check. And let me get Wisdom of Solomon chapter 13. Hey, I like art. I'm really big on art. Like, I really like art. I don't produce art, but I like art. And
Well, art is basically, sometimes people do collages, some people do, really realistic painting of people, other people, they, create logos out of, my friend Danielle, she creates logos out of cardboard, but she paints it,
okay.
Art is basically, whatever you want to create,
Exactly.
There's no right or wrong way to do it, it's all subjective.
Yeah, because people can appreciate any kind of art, anything that you create. What I'm most fond of, the artist that I'm most fond of is God. That's the artist I'm most fond of, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's crazy. Every day you see a beautiful sunset, and you have artists try to imitate his art. You know what I'm saying? That's fire to me. So let's read some of that real quick. Let's start at verse 1. 13.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1.
Go.
Surely vain are all men by nature,
Right.
who are ignorant of God, and could not out of the good things that are seen known him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
And so the Bible says men are vain sometimes.
Men are vain always.
Yeah, that's what the Bible says. I like to be modest and nice sometimes, But men are vain. That's the harsh truth. But I like you, Jacob. You know what? You're a good guy. My point of going to this scripture was to say that people can't even acknowledge God through the things that he created. Like you said, creating things and being creative, that's art. But all of these good things that God created, people still don't know how to acknowledge God. A pasture, a river, a pond, trees. You got so many different kinds of trees. You got so many trees that produce food that we eat.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so many things that he created, and we still don't give him. He puts his name on it, but we put the name on something. You give it to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta stand up for who created the art. We don't deal with, what is it called? Where you plagiarism. Yeah, we can't give the credit to anybody else. So I'll cut to the chase. This is what we out here for. We out here to teach our people who they are according to the Bible, right? We believe that Native Americans, that's important. Native Americans, that's why we came to this place, to target the Native Americans with and give them this information. We believe that Native Americans, Hispanics, and Negroes are God's chosen people.
Well, if you think about it, it's like Hispanic people are technically Native.
Exactly.
And then African Americans, most African Americans have actually been here longer than most.
You're right on point.
Europeans have, because most Europeans came after the 1700s. And it's like Hispanics are just as native as I am native, then African Americans have been here at least since the early 1600s, that's 100 years prior to most Europeans.
It's a lot of information.
So technically, we're more native than, a person from,
Oh yeah, 101. We agree with you 1,000%. Man, you like to read?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have you? I want you to. This book probably costs what, like $10?
Oh, Bartolomé de la Casa.
Yeah, he got a few bucks.
Oh god, that book's
Bro,
it's a good book, but it's real dark.
it is,
Very
but
good, but dark.
a lot of that stuff.
I can't take this. You got a lot of good notes.
Yeah, no. I want you to buy one. I can't give you his book. I can't give you his book. But you already read some of his work.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. It's
I go to Barnes and Noble a lot, and I have a lot of Kindles.
Everything that's in there is in the Bible.
things that's in there is definitely recorded in the Bible. But this book right here allows us to take a deeper dive of what happened, you know, in a certain time period. But man, this book right here, major. I want to go into a few of the curses real quick. Somebody give me Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Mind if I like just record?
Oh no, go ahead, bro. We like NWA, you know. Let me get a Deuteronomy 28 and verse 46. Right? Yeah, bring that up.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 46.
Yep.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right. So we just read right here in Deuteronomy 28 and 46. It says, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. Native Americans are classically known for being able to tell the signs, knowing the stars. European white people, they stole you guys' calendar. I mean, they couldn't even map out time without your help, you know. So they're not as bright as they think. I'll say that. A lot of the things they get it by conquering people and robbing them for their heritage and their resources. I'm gonna be honest. That's how they historically come up. You know, by raping, robbing, murdering, massacring people.
Yeah, but that sounds like
Say it again.
like the Gregorian calendar, the Julian calendar, that's kind of based off like India, like Hindu, like calendars, like they figured out, you know, the.
I'm more so talking about the sundial and what is it called? The solar.
Solar eclipse.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember the actual term, but that's what I was referring to. I want to get back to this point. Go read verse 15.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15.
Yep.
But it shall come to pass if you want to start at
Right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Right. So this right here in Deuteronomy, it teaches us that if we don't obey God's commandments, we're going to be plagued by his curses. Now, when you keep reading, it begins to go through and list all of the curses that was going to plague his people for not obeying him. That makes sense, Khan? When we read these curses, they don't apply to every single group of people on earth. They don't fit all of the curses. What we use this for is to identify who is God's chosen people. Khan? If these people fit all of the curses, that means that they're God's chosen people.
That's right.
It's just like process of elimination. You take a test, you got A, B, C, D. Like, I know it's not A. It can't be, you know, it can't be these Indians I'm talking about with the dot. It can't be, you know, the Greeks. It can't be Africans and, you know, Hamites or Egyptians. It gotta be the Native Americans. It gotta be the real Native Americans, right? The tribes. It gotta be the Negro. Because why? We fit these curses to a T.
That's right.
To a T. Let's read a curse. Let's read the curse.
Let's see.
Let's start at
Verse 16. I'm in chapter 20. Verse 16. It says, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field."
It said, "Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." The Native Americans fulfilled this prophecy. They fulfilled this curse, to be more precise. They were cursed in the city. They're being cursed in the city. Right. So this is how I would explain this. Native Americans across the board. How's it going, King? Man, if you got a minute, you should park, jump out and come talk to us, man. Do you know who we are? Man, we your brothers. We the Israelites. There we go, right on. Hey, He is?
I know
You
about
look like Coach.
I know that.
You know him?
Nice to meet you guys, but I gotta.
You gotta go?
Yeah.
All right, man.
I think picked up soon.
Oh, man, I wish we could talk to you a little bit more, man. Hey, this is our message. The Native Americans are Israelites, and they gotta repent and start keeping God's commandments.
That's right.
That's simple, right? Do some research on it, man.
Peace out, man.
Do some research on it.
He's a fly, man.
Man, all praise to the Most High, man. We're doing what we can, man. One body at a time. One body at a time. One seat at a time. Like, man, he got his family, man. He ain't gonna stop. He ain't gonna stop.
I gotta go in there.
Man, I wish. Somebody, let me get Matthew chapter 9 and verse, it should be like 37. It's the last few verses. Matthew 9:37.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 9, verse 37.
Bring it out.
Then said he unto his disciples,
He said this unto who?
his disciples,
Read.
the harvest truly is plenteous.
Read that again.
The harvest truly is plenteous.
Read.
But the laborers are few.
One more time.
But the laborers are few.
Man, the harvest, you ain't got to worry about that. It's plenteous. I mean, your vials are going to burst with wine.
Come.
If you read the Bible, you get what I'm saying. If you don't look, it's there. The riches is there. He said, in my Father's house, there's what? Many mansions. Many mansions. We young, motivated visionaries.
Come.
We can see the prophet afar off. In my Father's house, there's many mansions. Now my spirit getting hot. Keep reading.
Verse 38. Pray ye therefore the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest.
Hey man, I pray because man, it's so hard for us to reach certain people, even in a crowded place like this. It's so hard for us to plant seeds in everybody because they're motivated to do something else.
Right.
So you know what we need to combat that with? More laborers, man.
That's right.
More work. More people who ready to plant seeds. We need more workers. He said pray about that. So this is something that, brother, we got to start putting this. We got Zion, you on deck. Put that in our prayers at 3 p.m. That the Lord bless us with more laborers. All right, what you got?
The book of John, chapter 4 and verse 35.
Right.
Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look on the fields,
Right.
for they are white already to harvest.
Right. You want to touch on that?
I had to get it quick. All right, so read it one more time. It says, say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest. Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes and look on the fields, for they are white already to harvest. And that's symbolically saying that our people is ready to be woken up.
That's
Right? So the Lord is saying, read it slow for me. Let's do it. It's a the book of John, chapter 4 and verse 35.
Bring it out.
Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest. We know 4 months is a symbolic number, but it says don't say that the people are not ready to be woken up just because we're not getting the numbers that we want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like how you look on your harvest, and you're like, nah, it ain't time. It probably got like 4 more months. That's not how it is in this truth because it looks like that. Just because it looked like that, that's not the truth. Our people, the elect, is ready to be woken up, man. But keep going. It say, and look on the fields, for they are white already to harvest. The field is the earth, or the nation of Israel in the earth. Go ahead. It says, and he that reapeth receiveth wages, and gathereth fruit unto life eternal. That's our job. That's why he said in John 15 and 16, you have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained that you go forth and bring forth fruit. Whether that's within yourself changing, or that's you going out and bringing in fruit. Right? But go ahead.
That's it on that?
Not more. It's a little bit more. And he that reapeth receiveth wages and gathereth fruit unto life eternal, that both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. Right. I want 38 though. Because that 38 is what goes with what he just said. Verse 38. I sent you to reap that whereon ye bestowed no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors.
other men labored. Hey, give me 1 Corinthians chapter 3, and you can start at verse 5. I mean, there's already been a plenty of men who labored. It's already been a foundation. We get to build upon, we get to enter into their labors, man. We get the easy part on the lowest key. On the lowest key, go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3, verse 5.
Bring it up.
Who then is Paul, and who is Apollos? But minister by whom ye believe, even as the Lord gave to every man.
Right.
Verse 6. I have planted, Apollos watered, but God gave the increase.
But what?
But
God gave the increase.
Look, man, I really feel like attacking sluggards. That's where my spirit is having me go right now. You've been knowing about the truth for 5 years, and you're still not putting in no work. You're still not putting in no work. And he's talking about what God gonna give the increase. Read that scripture again slow.
Verse 6. I have planted.
He what?
I have planted.
He what?
I have planted.
One more time.
I have planted.
Read.
Apollos watered,
Apollos worked. Then what?
but God gave the increase.
Understand that. There's no escaping it. You got to do some work. Amata, you got a precept.
Precept what you talked about.
Bring it out.
You know what I mean? We talked about a little bit. This is Revelation, okay? 10:11.
Bring it out.
All right. And he said unto me, thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. Right. So he's talking to John back then, but who? We don't know who John is, but what we out here doing?
Doing the same thing.
The same thing.
Hey, we entered into their labors.
Right.
That's right.
Hey, we go to John the Revelator's words and quote what he said.
Right.
We enter in their labors, man. The visions that the prophets has, we go into those. We break those down. Say it again.
Okay, and use them. Like, he
And
ain't
use
just
them.
talking to John.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we see how these things line up perfectly today. You got brothers who are more than capable, I mean equipped with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, who are sociable, who know how to deal with elderly men, who can get an elderly man about their ear, an elderly woman about their ear, a young man about their ear. I mean, a middle-aged man about their ear, a middle-aged woman about their ear, and you're not using those gifts. The Most High God said we servants.
That's
I mean, but you're not being a servant. You're a wicked. I mean, he gonna call you a wicked servant if you're not working. He gonna come back and say, well, I gave you talents. I gave you the tools. You had the breakdowns. You had the knowledge. Where's the fruit at? You gonna see how a shot get impatient. He gonna start, well, where's the fruit? Where's it at? And you gonna say, well, I don't know. And you know, brothers,
I'm fearful because that was an austere man.
I just didn't want to, and no excuses. No excuse. I'm led to believe that Yahushua is not going to be in the frame. He's not going to be in the spirit to hear excuses.
That's right.
He's not going to be ready to, okay, well, bro, next time, can you just do? No, he's going to bring you in front of him, and you're going to have mighty men hem you up, and they're going to put a sword to your neck. And that's going to be the end of that, brother. All because you wanted to go do other stuff. You wasn't ready to go teach. Look, bro, if you're not ready to go teach, go be around brothers who are teaching. Show up to camp. I'm telling you, man, there's so much work to be done. Excuses, we got to stop. No excuses, just results. We got to that's what men do. They get results. If it's a problem, they're going to fix it. That's the result. Nazar?
I was just going to say, there's like a saying in the world, excuses are like belly buttons. Everybody's got one.
Excuses are like belly buttons. Everybody got one. There we go. That's a ancient proverb. What you got?
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 20 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold.
Read that again.
The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold.
I don't want to go. It's cold. I want to go plant this wheat, but it's kind of cold out there. It's nippy, man. I'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I just want to relax, man. Go ahead.
It say, therefore shall he beg in harvest.
He's going to do what?
He shall beg in harvest.
And man, when it comes to that wheat, you got to plant it. when it's cold. That way you get that harvest early spring. Then you plant you another one. You might be able to get two, but the sluggard, he gonna have excuses.
And they say he gonna have nothing.
He gonna have nothing. He's gonna have to beg. And guess what? With the 10 virgins in Matthew 25, guess what they had to do? Because they wasn't being wise. They didn't prepare enough oil. They didn't plant enough. They didn't have enough olives to break down and prepare and have enough oil. And guess what? Yahushua came and he wasn't. Hey, they couldn't make it. They wasn't ready. What you got?
This is Matthew. This is red letter. This is Matthew 7, verse 19.
Bring it up.
Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire.
Is what?
Is
Hewn down and cast
into
into
the
the fire. Now, if you have an orchard, say you have an apple orchard, if you have a tree that's not producing fruit, why is it taking up space?
Yeah.
Right.
It's vanity.
You know what we gonna do?
We're gonna cut that tree down and we're gonna put a righteous one right there.
One that's going to produce fruit.
There we go.
We're gonna put a righteous tree in there. When you read Mark, he said, I see men as what? As what?
As trees.
Right? Go to that for me. Go to Mark 8 and 22. The Lord said, I see. The Lord didn't say that. I think another man said that.
Yeah, it was another man.
Right? But he was talking to Yahushua, right?
Yeah, he healed.
Yeah, okay. He said, I see. Bring it out.
The book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 22.
Bring it out.
And he cometh to Bethsaida, and they bring a blind man unto him, and besought him to touch him. And he took the blind man by the hand, and led him out of the town. And when he had spit on his eyes, and put his hands upon him, he asked him if he saw aught. And he looked up, and said, I see men as trees.
Do what?
Men as trees.
Right? He said, I see men as trees. Is there more on that? That's the point, really. He said, I see men as trees. One thing about a tree, you need it to be strong, man. You need it to be unmovable. You need it to produce fruit. Hey, the Most High God teaches what some of the simplest stuff a regular man will overlook. When I was in the world, I give a damn about a tree. You got brothers, they don't give a damn about it. You need trees, as simple as they are, you need those to live.
That's right.
They produce a lot of things. Fruit, oxygen, shade. Come on now, bring it. Hey, when you go read Daniel and Ezekiel, 31, he said, man, these trees is important. And people come abide in the branches. They come get in the... Hey, with trees, you got protection. You use a tree to go make your damn house. Brothers better start appreciating the trees and get real spiritual around there.
So like in the law, it says don't cut down the trees that bear fruit.
That's
go.
right.
But you can cut down the ones that don't bear fruit.
Right, there we go. Right. Primarily, what's that? Deuteronomy chapter 20. That's when you're dealing with, when you got war at hand. The hell you look like cutting down your food supply. Brothers ain't ready to talk about war either. Brothers don't got enough wisdom to go to war yet. He in there cutting down his own food supply. You burn it all. We need, cut the tree down and throw your tent there. We got to make space.
Starve yourself out.
Hey, that's the yoke of bondage of the law, huh?
Yeah, that's bondage.
I need to be able to cut my food supply down. That's bondage.
Brother, he said, cut the tree down, let's starve them out.
Dang.
Niggas think they being wild.
Right. No, brother. Bro, one of the things that are overlooked in war is expensive.
That's right.
You gotta feed hundreds and thousands of men every day.
Hey, what Taiwan said.
What'd he say?
That's the part about the law people must hate. The part where you know it make you live longer and survive.
Yeah, that's the
Hey.
that's what people hate.
That's the part we.
That must be the part we gotta do away with.
Got to.
That gotta be the one.
Cut the trees down.
It says that our days may be prolonged. That's in the law.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
We don't want that.
We don't want
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, let's get it all out of here and let's just start from scratch. That's what brothers be on, man.
Let's do it our way. Our route.
Let's do it our way, man. Our way suck.
I got a precept on that.
All right, go ahead.
Deuteronomy 22 and 6 and 7.
Okay.
And If a bird nest change to be before thee, any way in any tree, or on the ground, whether they be young ones or eggs, and the dam sitteth upon the young or upon the egg, thou shalt not take the dam with the young. So that's stupid. You take the dam with the young. You take the young. You don't want to take the dam. The dam got to make more eggs, right? Right. So verse 7. But thou shalt in any wise let the dam go, and take the young to thee, that it may be well with thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days. Right. So it's not common sense to take the dam, okay? Right. I mean, same concept.
Like she looked like she's seen a ghost.
That's what I was like, brother.
Oh my gosh, that's them. My uncle bowed down and kissed her feet. Look.
Are those the black natives?
Hey, this doctrine is strange to people, man.
That's right.
But is that what Christ nailed to the cross?
Yeah, that's what Christ did away with.
Prolong your days?
Yeah, Christ don't, he wants you to take the young with the dam. I mean, that's simple, basic knowledge, man. So we gotta teach ourselves this and teach our families that. That's simple, huh? Right. I'm finished, huh? I'm out of there. Man, let's read this real quick.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1.
Bring it up.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly,
Right.
nor standeth in the way of sinners.
He said you're literally going to be blessed if you're not standing in the place of the ungodly. Every time there's somebody ungodly around and they doing God knows what, breaking all of God's commandments, and you kind of right there like, yeah, do it.
Salaki.
Go ahead.
I'm just over my wheels turning. Like, it's so stupid. Like, it says that thy days may be prolonged, but that's the law of sin and death. Hold on.
Right.
You in the spirit now.
Lost
You want to say that again?
So in the law it says, in several laws it says that thy days may be prolonged, but they refer to it as the law of sin and death. It makes no sense.
Yeah, people say that the Mosaic law is the law of sin and death. That's inaccurate. The law of sin and death. When the people try and make the commandments bad.
Right. Like they the boogie.
Oh my goodness. The law has never been bad. The only thing that's been bad is you breaking the law.
That's right.
That's right.
The law of sin and death is the judgments of you breaking the law. That's why we had our Messiah come and die for us. So we don't have to abide by the law of sin and death and get judged immediately. You gotta be entered into grace. You have a time to be able to repent, right? For things that you really don't deserve repentance from.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Not so you can go take a crap on our Messiah's blood. Go ahead.
It's really warning you from the bad stuff in life. Like the stuff that brings death, like pork. Like for instance, like that creature, it may look cute, it may look like it's bountiful, but it's death walking around. So the law says, hey, don't eat that. Bro, that's bad. That's like
Yeah. That's the law of sin and death right there.
Hey, they look cute on cartoons. They don't look cute in real life. they nasty in real life.
This is the book of Romans chapter 6 and verse 23.
Bring it up.
For the wages of sin is death.
What the Bible say?
But the wages of sin is death.
No, the commandments is death.
For the wages of sin is death.
But the gift of Yahweh is eternal life through Yahushua our Lord.
That's right.
Period. Nice, plain, simple. The commandments. The Most High said choose life and live. Keep the commandments and live. And now you got people abusing the letters of Paul saying, look, the commandments equal death. That's what they say. They see, look, the commandments equal death now.
Salaki. I was in Clubhouse. It was a room full of Christians. I was in a room in Clubhouse, a room full of Christians, and they was bashing the law. How bad the law is death. Okay. Well, I said, well, name one law that kills you. A room full of Christians. If it's so, you should be able to tell me one law that kills you.
Right.
They couldn't do it.
Confounded! We gotta bring that back. When I was just not coming into the truth, that's when brothers was getting hyped when they cut you. Oh man, and then you gotta walk the walk of shame after you get cut by that mighty Hebrew Israelites. They'll chop you and then they'll say, confounded, and all of them. Now you gotta walk and deal with that, bro. You gotta deal with that on your way out the door.
Confound.
Hey, what's that brother name in WFI used to be? The Braves? The Pop?
Oh yeah.
Confounded, shawty!
Oh my goodness, bro. Those was the adamant box. That first page, classics, man. Those was some classics, man. Them was some breakdowns right there. Those got my wheels turning for sure.
You had to be there.
You had to be there. Yeah, the new brews, man. We different, bro. But let's bring this up. I want the Proverbs again, because it's more Proverbs 1:1. It goes into being the tree. That's why I wanted to go into it.
This is the book of Proverbs.
Psalms, my bad. Yes, sir.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 1, verse 1.
Bring it up.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly,
Read.
nor standeth in the way of sinners,
Come on.
nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Right.
But his delight is in the law of the Lord.
But what?
But his delight is in the law of the Lord. And in his law doeth he meditate day and night.
Read.
And he shall be like a tree.
He should be like what?
He shall be like a tree.
One more time.
He shall be like a tree.
Read.
Planted by the rivers of water.
And he said, if you in them laws day and night, your conversations is about the testimonies our forefathers went through, the trials, the tribulations, the tests our ancestors went through, where we fell short, where we excelled, the things that brothers, you know, the mighty brothers, they righteous acts, the behavior, how they led their family in righteousness. If you meditating in the law day and night, and it's your delight, it put a smile on your face to congregate with brothers and go over them things. He said you're gonna be like a tree planted by the waters. That's important. You're gonna be like a tree. Trees are strong, man. We use that for shelter. We use that to make our houses. We use that to survive, to eat. Like brother said, it creates oxygen, right? It purifies our air. Trees are important. He said you're gonna be like a tree. That means you're gonna be important. You're gonna be righteous. You're gonna be strong. You're gonna be bold. You're gonna be unmovable. Your roots are gonna be firm in the ground. Brothers say they 10 toes down. I'm like a tree. You gotta deal with that. When a car can drive as fast as it won't, you hit a strong tree, who win? The tree come out. The tree straight. Hey, I mean, and look, who said it was this brother, man? Stop talking to me. This brother. One day we chilling in my house, a normal day, we talking, and he just out of nowhere say wild stuff. He was like, man, trees is crazy. We were talking about trees. You gotta remember this. He was like, man, if you think about a tree, it's like they don't grow all at once. He said they go through seasons, season after season, and it might take a whole 5 seasons before you see that tree really, where you can see the tree like, damn, that tree grew a little bit, didn't it? It takes time. It takes seasons. And then that's when he was like, bro, you always talking about seasons. Because I be mentioning that a lot. I said, bro, it's just seasons to it. You know, it's ups, it's downs. Trees withstand all of the seasons, bro. Who gonna get a tree some shade? That tree be dealing with that. We be talking about it's hot. The tree dealing with it. It's cold. The tree out there getting it in. Waxing mighty.
Ain't complaining.
Say it again.
Ain't complaining.
He ain't complaining.
Right.
He waxing mighty.
Waxing
He waxing mighty. What you gonna say?
So there's a recent new tree that sprouted in my backyard. It just appeared out of nowhere. We was like, wow, dang, that was the tree that was sprouting. You know, you might think it's like a bush or something. Turned out to be a huge tree anyways. I was feeding my dogs and it was so hot. And then I walked barely through the shade, bro, and it was like winter, bro. I swear. I was like, bro, it was something so simple. Like, you don't think of like when Most High said he'll be like, or he'll be our shade, or some like those don't hit, those scriptures don't hit until you experience it. Mm-hmm. It's like hot as hell, and then you go over just for a sec over the shade. You're like, wait, hold up, take back. This is
a blessing.
This is a whole blessing. So these scriptures are really necessities if you think about it.
Time. You can. It's nothing like the scriptures, man. You can turn a simple man into a wise man. Let the Most High get a hold of him. Go ahead. Which brother?
Yo, King! King, yeah, you, come here, man.
You, right there.
He turned his head.
Come here, brother. Come here to work.
Be like, aight, man.
Nah.
They be, I listening.
Man, we got water. Yeah, he got, no, I'm good. I mean, none of that. None of that. Nah, brother. It's cool. Hey, I said this the other day. I said, man, being in the truth, it don't look that attractive now.
That's right.
But give it a little time. Let a few more seasons go by. When we gonna start looking real attractive.
Hey, that tree gonna be big.
Yeah. Nobody want to mess with the little tiny tree right now. But look, through the spirit, that tree gonna wax mightier and mightier. And then look, when the winds blow, you gonna like, dang. Huh?
What do everybody want to be of the world? Famous. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be famous, celebrities, and rich.
Right.
They have no idea. They looking at the next rich celebrity.
Oh yeah. They looking at. Hey, you got that?
I got it.
Yeah. Bring that out. Hold this for the.
Nah, he got something hot.
Zephaniah. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 and 19.
Bring it out.
Behold, at the time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted,
That's
and
right.
gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame.
You do what?
Get them praise and fame.
What the Bible say?
Give them praise and fame. In every land where they have been put to shame.
That's right.
At that time I will bring you again, even in the time that I will gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth. When I turn back your captivity before your eyes, said the Lord.
That's right.
Call Yasharala!
I got a precept too whenever you
Kai, you can bring it out right now.
All right, Con. Everybody know this one. This is Zechariah 8 and verse 23.
Bring it
It
out.
says, thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. So, and another thing is people going to be looking for protection. And the protection, just like we talked about, a tree. A tree provides shade. Sometimes it provides protection away from the hot, scorching sun.
Right.
And we're going to be that protection for certain men and women. Right? And he said that, I'll read it again. It says, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, we will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you. So all we got to do is stay close to the Most High God by keeping his law, statutes, and commandments, keep pushing forth this truth, keep coming out here teaching every Sabbath to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We just got to keep doing what we do, man. And the Most High God's going to give us that water, right? He's going to grow us into that strong tree.
That's right.
Beautifully said. Let's bring this out.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 55, verse 3.
Bring it out.
Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
Right? The Most High is going to make a covenant with us and give us the sure mercies. He did that with Hamashiach. Read.
Verse 4. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people.
And he did this with King David. He was a leader and he was a commander of the people. And if you really got eyes to see, he said he was going to give us the sure mercies of David.
That's right.
And I'm telling you right now, the sure mercies of David, it goes straight into Hamashiach. Without Christ, there wouldn't be, that mercy was magnified. And he is a leader and a commander of the people. But watch this next verse.
Verse 5. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not,
And we're going to call nations that we know it's not. Come on.
and nations that knew not these.
You got it.
Not thee shall run unto thee.
They shall do what?
Shall run unto thee.
They shall do what?
Shall run unto thee, because of the Lord thy God and for the Holy One of Israel.
You're gonna have nations running to us. That sounds crazy. I mean, you're gonna have people running to you, desiring to follow you.
Hey, like you said,
What's up?
we're gonna be real attractive.
We're gonna be real
Hey,
attractive.
like on payday.
Like on payday. Hey, somebody give me that Isaiah. What it,
I was looking for that precept, man.
he said, hey, we're gonna be real attractive. Watch this. I know
Like
you got a
fine
preset.
gold.
You got a preset. You know what I'm talking about? What you say?
That's,
The fine gold of
right,
Ophir.
man. Go.
What is that? Isaiah 14?
I thought it was Ezekiel.
Is it?
Isaiah
It's the
4.
one. No, it should be.
Is it 14? I feel like
Isaiah
it's
4.
I thought.
no way.
In
I'ma
them
look
days,
it
it's
up.
gonna be like fine gold.
Yeah, I feel like it's 30, and then I feel like it's 14. You said 4. Let's check it out real quick. Fine.
Isaiah 4.
Is it? Dang, that sound right. Okay. All right, brother. Got me. Okay. Isaiah 13 and 12. Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. Right, we was conflating. We always wrong, huh? I thought 14.
Cut.
Right.
Not playing.
All right.
Cut
Let's
it.
all pack up. Right. Confound it. Man, we gotta get some of our native brothers and sisters this
Yes.
word, man.
Right.
We gotta get our native brothers and sisters some more of this word, man. It's hard to
Oh, they see this Bible in our head. That's ready to
man, we don't want no money. It's hard for me personally to teach Native Americans. It's hard for me to really just make this interesting to where they give me their ear and really receive it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
It's
agree.
tough.
They agree a lot.
It's tough.
They gotta
It's
build
tough.
that spirit.
Yeah, man, it's tough for me to do that though. I gotta get my game up, man. So it's always stuff to work on. But like I was saying, we're gonna become real attractive. We're gonna look like a golden Ophir nugget. We're gonna be shining. We're gonna be shining. Somebody give me Ecclesiastes 8. You give me Ecclesiastes 8 and 1. Can you give me? You got a precept on it. Bring it up.
All right, so this is Psalms 110. I'm gonna start from the top, and this is in the GNT. I was scanning through it. It's pretty far.
Bring it out.
This is Psalms 110 and 1 in the GNT.
Bring it out.
The Lord said to my Lord, sit here at my right side until I put your enemies under your feet. From Zion, the Lord will extend your royal power. Rule over your enemies, he says.
Do what?
Rule over your enemies, he says. On the day you fight your enemies, your people will volunteer like the dew of early morning.
Damn.
That's their fame. That's when people will want to.
They want to be on this
battle,
side. Yeah. Then it's gonna look real good. Like, dang. But certain spots is already gonna be.
Yeah, it's already sealed.
It's
with
already
the
locked
hierarchy.
in. Yup. Then you're gonna have. Man, it's still a lot of work to be done, even though certain brothers is sealed. I'm telling you. Man, it's a lot of work to be done. Yeah, we'll let Officer bring out his precepts.
I was just showing Captain Party. This is 1 Clement chapter 6 and verse 1.
Right.
It says, unto these men of holy lives was gathered a vast multitude of the elect. This is going back to the men of Paul, Clement. You know, he's talking about the disciples, the 70, the people that was after Christ. A vast multitude of the elect was already gathered. How much more now?
You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, we kind of got the easy part. You know, everything got pros and cons, man. But a lot of the souls is already sealed, man. That's beautiful, man. That's encouraging.
Appreciate it.
That's encouraging, man. What you got?
It's Genesis 49 and 19.
Right.
It says, Gad, a truth shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Right.
So that's what the natives need. Like, since we're talking about, we want to talk to natives, they got to know that they're going to get their people. They're going to get their nation and their what they actually had before.
That's right.
They got to have that hope.
Yeah, for real. You know what they want? You want to get in there right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was just talking to Malachi. Was it Malachi? No, I was talking to your call about it on the way here. Like, we look at it here, we in Oklahoma, but we talk to the Native Americans, and none of the Native Americans want to get Esau back for what he done. But we talking about Native Americans that's in the world. There is Native Americans that still want to get Esau back for what he did. That's what he talking about. Like, at the end, it's gonna be one that's jump on board. It's gonna be like, hell yeah, let's get this dude. It's this one at my old job when I worked at Soldier. His name was Oshwood. And bro, he wouldn't even talk to the boss at the job. Like the boss would just tell him and he'd just do it. He wouldn't talk to him at all. But when I talked to him, he was like, I fucking hate these motherfuckers. They took our land, they took our...
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
The ones that hate the Esau, them niggas is in Arizona. They up there where it's hot, but they hate Esau up there. So,
Okay. Yeah.
That's how you want to bring that out?
Yeah. This is what the Native Americans, this is what the Native Americans we looking for to do right here. First Chronicles 12 and 8.
Go.
And the Gadites, they're separated themselves unto David and to the wilderness, men of might and men of war, fit for the battle.
Fit for what? Fit for the battle.
That could handle shields and bucklers, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and were as swift as the roe upon the mountain.
Yeah.
So that's the Native American we're looking for in the last days.
That's right.
The ones that are ready.
He said the Gadites that are fit for the battle. I mean, the terrain. They know the terrain. They know the land. They know how to use different weapons.
That's right.
They know how to use the shield.
Yeah.
They can use a sword. They
Get
can
up in that
wield.
tree.
Hey, they can get up in the trees.
Right.
Hey, y'all heard that death whistle that the Native Americans had, I believe? They blow into skulls. We're talking about the Bible and showing how the Native Americans, where they are in the Bible.
you shouldn't even talk. You should just tell them
Yeah, come find
back,
out.
guy, come back.
We talking about how special Native Americans are. In the Bible. I mean, bro, so much I want to
There's
say.
a lot, I know.
Go ahead,
There's a
go
lot.
ahead,
Sorry.
Go ahead.
This man right here, his lesson. What was it called? I think it was called Sleeper Agent.
Oh yeah.
Not to like
Sleeper cell.
sleeper cell. Or somebody said sleeper agent.
Okay.
Bro, the natives that like might not want revenge, bro, they don't know that they have that in them. Bro, that spirit is still, you are still a Gadite. So if we wake up that spirit in a brother, we can make him back in the war. He could be like, he woke up, he could be like, I didn't know I had this in me. I didn't know I had this urge, just as us being kings. We might not want it to rule over anybody until we got woken up. And then we're like, dang, this was in me the whole time.
Right.
Just as genetic memory passes down, it's just in there. So we're kind of like sleeper cells, where once they hear that right word, it's it. It comes back. It's over. Go.
32-7. Real quick,
That was it.
what you got? Hey, what you got? Bring it up.
This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 5 and verse 18.
Bring it out.
The sons of Reuben and the Gadites and half the tribe of Manasseh of valiant men, men able to bear buckler and sword, to shoot with bow and skillful in war, were 44,703 score that went out to the war. So you see that the Reubenites and the Gadites, we were skillful in with bow and with the sword and with the shield. You know, it's just going to show you that how skillful we were.
Skillful. It said skillful in war. There's so many things that goes into war. There's so many things that go into war. I mean, war generals, having that war general mindset.
That's right.
There's so many different war tactics. Infiltration. You can make yourself look weak, but really be a lion. You can make yourself look like a dove, but really be a lion.
That's
Make
right.
yourself look like a lion when the whole time you don't even have the means to make war. It's so many things that go into. They were skillful at it, fluent in it. How a brother is fluent in math, fluent in the scriptures. You literally have men who are just fluent in war tactics.
Guerrilla warfare.
Guerrilla warfare. It said that they had, their face was like the stripes of a tiger. Brothers know how to blend in, camouflage. Probably know how to painting his body camouflage. I mean, he could probably take down 100 Edomites with a hatchet, with an axe. Quick, agile. It said their feet were like roes. Like a roe? You talking about a 4-footed beast who can move? You ever seen one of them escaping danger? Yeah, cook you up. Ankles gone, finished. I mean, I seen a road move, bro. I was like, he would have had me too.
Yeah.
He
hesitated. Hit him with a hezzy. I mean, the meanest ever.
You talking about when he juked the lion?
Yeah, juke the lion. I mean, hesitated, hezzy, boom,
running.
over here. Now he off. Me and Aharon, we what was it? Last Tabernacles. We started getting away from the camp. We diving deep into it, and Aharon was like, "Bro, there go a deer." I don't know if I seen it or if he seen it. So we plotting on him, like just trying to get close, I guess. I got my dog with me. Aharon had his dog with me. Like we finna catch him. In the back of our minds, we finna catch him.
The brother's off.
We stood up on this
Nah,
rock. It was like a tree. We kind of climbing up, and we could kind of see him in a ray. And he kind of out of nowhere, like, hold on, something ain't right.
Right.
I don't know. Hey, when it's
Something
when
ain't
they talk
right.
about he caught wind of it, I don't know if he smelt us, heard us, or whatever, but he caught wind of it. He got real suspicious. He got real. He stopped what he was doing. He down here. He said. And then he got still, ears twitched. Then he jetted. It was like, oh, we start trying to make a sea line and cut him off from the beat.
Yeah.
When I tell you he must have put something, our dog's never seen the deer.
Dang.
Bro, real quick. The crazy part was, here's how it worked. It was woods over here, which is where we was at. Back over here, plain field.
You had
It was
plain
just
field,
plain field.
and then you had like a
mountain, a
yeah,
cliff,
we gonna
a
say
big
a,
ass
we gonna say a
cliff, right?
Talk to you for a quick sec. Just quick sec.
Yeah.
Quick sec.
Come here to word. Nah, we're gonna get back to the layout. Come here to word. Come here to word. Right. Hey, give me that Chronicles again. The one you got. You Native American? What tribe?
Well, it depends. On my real mom, Cheyenne and Arapaho.
Okay. What about your father?
Go around here. crazy
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. Powerful. The Native American brothers, man, warriors. We're gonna show you the Native Americans and what they were doing according to the Bible. Bring that up.
This First Chronicles 12:8.
Nope.
And the Gadites there.
Real quick, in the Bible, it don't say Native Americans, because that's not what God called y'all. He called y'all the Gadites and the Reubenites, and y'all from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Y'all got one of God's favorite people. And if you don't know this, God got favorites. It's all throughout the Bible.
Yeah, right there. Okay.
God got favorites. You one of the favorites. Let me show you why. That's what I'm on, real quick.
Like it, Dad.
You want me to have him read it?
First Chronicles 12:8.
We're back. Where's the leg go?
All right, we got you.
First Chronicles 12:8.
Watch this.
So, real quick, the Most High God in the Bible, it doesn't record Native Americans. That's a new term that was given to y'all. That's brand new. Even the Americas is that name America is brand new. That comes from a white man, Amerigo Vespucci, right? But anyways, this is what God said about your nation of people. Watch how coded it is.
This is the book of First Chronicles, chapter 12, verse 8.
Bring it out.
In of the Gadites.
Of the who?
Of
The
the
Gadites.
Gadites.
Of the who?
Of the Gadites.
Read.
They separated themselves unto David and to the wilderness men of might.
So you heard of King David? You know the Bible at all? You have some of the Gadites, some of your people go with King David. Go ahead.
And men of war fit for the battle.
He said, men of war fit for the battle. That's y'all war. You know, here in society, let's just be frank. I know times change and we live in a different kind of time right now, right? But they want that warrior spirit that y'all have in y'all. They want it to be docile. They want it to be quieted. Yet they don't want y'all to be men. They want y'all to be effeminate. They want y'all to be on reservations. They want y'all to drink. They don't want y'all to take care of y'all bodies. They want to feed y'all bad foods, bad water. They want to take your women. But watch this though. He said men of war fit for the what?
Fit for the battle.
Right.
They could handle shield and buckler.
So y'all could handle shields. Go ahead.
Shield and buckler whose faces were like the faces of lions.
He said when you run into a Gadite, it's like you've seen the face of a lion.
That's right.
Fierce. He might even have war paint on. You know how y'all get down. Moving. He might have an axe. Little daggers, quick, agile. They know the terrain. They could in the trees,
We knew the land.
in the
we knew
swamps.
guys.
You know everything.
We knew everything.
Everything, bro. This is how we know who y'all are. Come on.
It's like and we're as swift as the roes upon the mountains.
He said, swift as a roll upon the mountains. fast, quick, lightning fast. That was y'all people. But now we have a situation in America, a situation where they indoctrinated your people. Rape, robbed, and massacred. We're not afraid to say that. You know, we teach in the Bible record all of this. And it tells you exactly who y'all are, bro. Y'all some of the mightiest.
Still a lot of history on a lot of presidents that were just violent.
Yeah.
A lot of, especially like Abraham Lincoln.
Exactly. And people try and glorify Abraham Lincoln. He was a demon. But they try and make it seem like he freed the slaves and no.
He kept his own.
Come on, exactly. So now it's a time for restoration of our people, and it starts up here. Because we know that knowledge is power. So we have to be able to recognize who we are according to God, man. We God's chosen people. What you got?
Abraham Lincoln in 40, he lynched 40 Native Americans all at one time.
Yep. Watch this. You got that? All right, bring this out. Watch this. So I'm going to give you the background. God has a chosen people, the Israelites. You're an Israelite from a particular tribe. Maybe the Gadites or the Reubenites, right? That's a quick brief. The thing is, God commanded us to keep his commandments. It's a handful of commandments. You gotta keep them. If you don't, God is going to get upset because you're disobeying him, and now he's going to make bad stuff happen to you and your people. That's the story. But watch what some of the bad stuff, watch what he said. The bad stuff that was going to happen, watch how it lines up with you. Watch.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49.
Bring it out.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
He said he's going to bring a people against you to come fight you, to come take you down from afar. When y'all was over here in what, Central America, South America, California, those coasts, these regions. Exactly. He sent people from the whole different side of the world over here just to come get you because y'all were going off. Y'all were
human sacrifices.
Say it again. True. I mean,
Having better resources than a lot of.
it was so much gold, so much natural resources, and y'all were peaceable people. But some of the things that y'all were doing that God disagreed with, y'all was worshiping things y'all shouldn't have worshipped, like the sun. God don't like that. Yeah, that's powerful, and he made that for you, but you got to give credit to God, not the sun.
Right.
I mean, cannibalism, y'all was eating hearts, human sacrifices, all of those things is recorded. You can even read about it in the Bible. So God had to whoop that butt. That's what he do. If you have kids, you got kids yet? How old are you? 21. When you have kids, they don't listen, you gotta spank them. That's how God looked at us. But watch this. He said he's going to send a nation against you from afar. Come on.
From the end of the earth.
Right.
As swift as the eagle flies.
That's a key point. As what?
As swift as the eagle flies.
Now we know that the eagle is prime amongst the fowls of the earth. Top tier. Eagles, that's important. I mean, they rule the skies. But he said your enemies were going to be like the eagle. Now the Bible is encrypted and it's in code. That's why a normal person can't just read it and get into it. But when it goes into that eagle, it's talking about the white man.
That's right.
We thoroughly can prove that. Thoroughly can prove that. Any European civilization, guess what their national animal is? It's an eagle. The Romans, the Americans, the Greeks, the Spaniards. We can follow them. They got a track record of, they like being on high.
That's right.
They like having skyscrapers. Yeah, they like being they like skydiving. Shit. They said they went to the moon and set their nest upon the stars. Right? That's what they said. They said they've been to the moon. That's what they said. They like being on high. They like being above everybody. Right? What we got?
It say, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
Right.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
So they're gonna have a language and a tongue that you don't understand. We know that. That's easy. You can see that. They were speaking a language you ain't know nothing about. Right? Go ahead.
A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old.
They shall not what?
Shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
And when they were colonizing y'all, let's not even use colonizing. When they were destroying, I mean, killing, raping, robbing, murdering. I mean, cutting women's stomachs open.
Kick the baby.
Kick the baby. I mean, doing horrific things. I mean, not to mention burning land and crops, destroying the things that y'all sacred land. I mean, antelopes, buffalo. I mean, they killed them just so y'all wouldn't have buffaloes, just so y'all couldn't eat. You got that? Bring that up.
All right, so this is Deuteronomy 28, verse 31.
Bring it out.
Thine ox shall be slain before thine eyes, and thou shalt not eat thereof. Thine ass shall be violently taken away from before thy face, and shall not be restored to thee. Thy sheep shall be given unto thine enemies, and thou shalt have none to rescue them. So there's a picture right here of, this is a man standing on top of a pile of buffalo skulls.
You seen that?
Yeah. So it says in 1873, the American government killed 1.5 million buffalo in that 1 year alone to starve the Native Americans, so they would become more dependent on the American government to survive.
Look at that.
That's awesome because when you look at the white man, they never use a single part of
Oh yeah, they don't. They mistreated. Y'all utilize every single piece of that buffalo.
From every muscle in the bone to even the smallest, even the half or calves and everything.
It takes great skill to be able to do that and appreciate those kind of things that God created. They don't care about that. They don't care about that at all. What they care about was you being their slave, taking your resources. That's their thing. That's their thing. They have a track here, not just with the Native. They have a track history of pillaging, raping. I mean, any society. I mean, anytime you see white people coming into a place, it's always not good. Like if we go throughout history and like, where did the white people do something good for another people? It's getting really, really, really sketchy. And if they are, it's probably for their own greedy gain. Really though. But the Native Americans not like that. They was helping. You need this. I mean, we'll show you how to do this. Yeah, we'll teach you how to do. Yeah, and y'all didn't expect nothing. I say we because I feel like I'm Native American too. We're brothers. We come from the same stock. Right? We're family. But they put us against each other so we don't see each other. It's called divide and conquer. Tribalism. Right? Where you put people against each other. I know you probably got a lot of stuff to do. There's so much information, bro, on Native American history and how it goes back to the Bible. Because this isn't about Christianity. This is your history book, your ancestors, what they did, what was right, what was wrong, what the Most High God wanted us to do right, but we did it wrong, our punishments. We got mighty accounts of mighty forefathers. I mean, taking down giants. I mean, all kind of stuff, bro. Mighty, man. The main thing I want you to know is that according to the Bible, you're one of God's favorite people, the Israelites. Possibly a Reubenite or a Gadite. Valiant, skillful in war.
The biggest thing I can say is
Moro? What's that mean?
Thank you, my language.
Okay. How you say you welcome? Nga. Moro Nga. Okay. Hey, for real though, it was a pleasure to be able to talk to you, man. Man, I really want to give you more information. You can find it on his YouTube channel and on our YouTube channel. If you linked in with him, you linked in with us, and he got flyers, man. Yeah, we got YouTube. Get the YouTube page, man. Look, brothers is lined up with information.
Hey, Shalom Barakatah.
That's right.
Hey, that's peace and blessings in your original language.
That's right.
Right? Little stuff like this, man. Look, a valiant young man. He looked light as a rope. You look quick. Yeah, you look quick.
Okay, do you know where Dustin's at? It's a small town.
I heard about it.
About west of Henrietta.
Okay, yeah.
So in the middle of that one, there's a school that you run out. That's about 5 miles. And we got to run it within an hour, and I got it.
You can do 5 miles an hour? Okay.
I don't know about now. That's cool for about 3 years.
See, he got a few runners over here. Hey, he don't look like it, but he can run for a long time. He can run. Yeah, he been playing lately, but he can run. Look at him. He built like a runner. Look, he's like the wind. If the wind blow too hard, he gonna be there. He out of there. Man, bro, link up with us. For real, it would be a pleasure to be able to speak to you again, man. You our speed, man. What was your name again? Alec. Okay. For real, man. All right. Yeah, Igna. What is it? Inga. All right, there we go. Inga. All praise to the Most High God.
All praise.
It's
too much.
That's the right kind of. When we get the opportunity to plant those kind of seeds, brothers excel, man. You see how many brothers here got precepts, brother got points. He got precepts, points, articles, precepts. You had it all. Books. Come on now, brothers got information. But we don't, how often do we really get to teach like that? And a Native American brother who 21, you know, got a good head on his shoulder, and he in the right place. Hey, time and chance.
Oh, great.
Time and chance, man.
I was gonna ask him. I was gonna be like, so who destroys the earth? Who destroys it? Because the buffalo. First of all, I don't think we talk about that buffalo too much.
Yeah,
because that buffalo is actually horrendously atrocious, bro.
And he had the right spirit. He said, "I hate that picture."
Yeah.
That's mighty.
Yeah.
Another man would have been docile. I'm like, yeah, it wasn't good.
You know, that goes right along with the lesson, though. He just waiting to be woken up.
Wait, he is sleeper cell, huh? Sleeper cell 8,291.
I think buffalo has 10 organs that we used to use.
Dang.
Like the stomach, there's like a gourd in there. I can't remember.
Like a gourd, like you put water and stuff in there?
Yeah, the stomach and everything. There's like 10 organs from a buffalo that we used to use.
Yeah.
Like,
that's fire, man.
Like, imagine if China came over here and conquered us and killed our cows to the point where cows are about to become extinct. So your favorite food could have been buffalo. It could have been, it's what you survived off of. You could have survived off it, fed your whole tribe, but then one day they just started killing them for sport. Like, imagine hearing that, like, hey, we're gonna kill your cows for sport and not eat them. Like, you know how,
it was 1.5 million. It was 1.5 million. And you got an Edomite standing on top of the skulls and the bones like he the guy.
Body wasted.
What that is, you call red-handed in the act. He's finished.
And many witnesses too.
Many witnesses. That looked like the
book.
book.
Last days of
the Sioux. The whole book.
Yeah, the last days of the Sioux Nation.
Have you ever heard of Wounded Knee War? That was one of the last
Wars that the Native Americans fought, that they lost. They fought that in the freezing cold.
All right, so this is chapter 2, the last days of the Sioux Nation. They held less authority during the 1870s than the whites thought. Oh, sure. It says they found it convenient to deal with the tribe through a single leader and persuaded each tribe to choose a head chief. Even then, the head chief had to act as the tribal council instructed.
So they will find a weak-ass chief leader and make him over the people so that they can control the nation through him. That's how they do us today. They go get somebody like, nah, I'm talking about our people.
Like a mayor.
Martin Luther King. They use somebody like Martin Luther King to control us.
They held less authority during the 1870s than the whites thought, but far more would have been possible in the old days before the whites controlled the source of food.
And that's where they start killing the buffalo so they can control their source of food.
If you can control a people's source of food, you can control them.
Yeah.
I was just about to get that too. That's a Roman saying.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm about to show you.
Oh yeah, I know they was. I heard they was notorious for besieging people and starving them out.
Yeah. It says control their food.
Right, that was one of the things we definitely did. I mean, that was a thing. That was a thing before Rome. I mean, people was doing that, trying to do that against the Israelites. It was recorded in the scriptures. Yeah, Judith, exactly.
Hey, but they the worst of the heathen though.
We gotta. They can't get away.
Also, too, you'll see a lot of our Native American brothers and sisters and families. We depend on commodities, what's called commodities now, and that goes back to when the military, they was only able to give us flour and sugar and all kind of different things that we don't need. So that's what threw us into like a whole lot of carbs in our diet,
obesity.
Yeah, a lot of our sicknesses. That's why you see a lot of us in diabetes now and high cholesterol.
And they gave that to them as a gift, mind you. It was a gift that killed you.
Right. Hey, everything that's good for the white man, I don't mean it's good for you.
That's right.
Hey, Jeremiah, you did a beautiful job of teaching me this. It could be an Edomite out there who sincerely, feel bad for what they've done and they want to help you and, they want to give you, knowledge. I almost said wisdom. That's not sliding. If I do that, cut me. Literally. So, you might find that, you might come across an Edomite who really, want to help.
Genuinely.
Yeah, from the bottom of his heart. But even him trying to help you, and he has good intentions, it can still be harmful.
That's right.
Dang.
It can still be harmful.
It says the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
It says what?
The tender mercies, the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
We use that for animals.
Yeah, Proverbs. Yep.
Look, I got that for you. So this is, I don't know if y'all know who Henry Kissinger is. He was the secretary or vice president of Ford, Henry Ford. You know who that is? Yeah. He said, who controls the food supply controls the people. Who controls the energy can control continents. Who controls money can control the world. That's where they got this World Bank, American, USA Bank.
That's hot.
So I make everybody.
That's hot. That's hot. That's real hot, man.
And also, when you say anything about natives, they be like, oh yeah, I feel so bad for the Trail of Tears. Never, oh, I feel bad your land got stolen.
Right.
It's always Trail. We didn't even bring up the Trail of Tears, and we're still cooking. Like they only think of Trail of Tears, and they don't think of your land stolen. They don't say that. They say other things.
Yeah, it started getting. That's not publicly correct.
Right.
You say, politically. There we go.
You said publicly? Oh.
I almost said it again. Politically. Come on now, brother. Work with me. It's not politically correct to say that. You start talking about how the Europeans did the Native Americans in an open space like this. Yeah, we definitely the bad guy. You can't do that. Who do you think you are?
Come on, man.
You bringing out the truth. Hey, give me that Deuteronomy 32:7.
Hey, it was some heathen. He said he went to the school. He was like, if I want my kids to learn the truth, I'll teach it to them. Like, what?
Wow.
What?
You see that? It was Edomite.
Yeah, he was complaining about slavery being taught in the schools. He said he didn't want his kids to know about us being in slavery. He says, if I want them to know about the truth, I'll teach it to them.
How convenient. How convenient. You don't want your daughters and your sons to know that y'all is demons? That's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is.
That's exactly what that is. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7.
Read it out.
Remember the days of old.
What the Bible say?
Remember the days of old.
Don't forget.
Remember the days of old.
Read.
Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
And you go ask your elders and your fathers what happened. Inquire about that, man. It's supposed to be knowledge and wisdom and information. I love elder people, man, because they like a book. They're like a book I don't have to go read. It's like an audio book filled with experiences, knowledge, understanding, testimonies, things that they learn from other people. But he said, remember the days of old, man. And we gotta reflect on the past. If you don't know the past, you don't know the present, and you damn sure don't know the future. Go ahead.
God, this is Deuteronomy chapter 25 and verse 17.
Yeah.
Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way when you were come forth out of Egypt. So it's actually, if you don't remember what Amalek did, you're in sin. This is how much God requires the past. Amalek didn't do nothing nice to us. They smote our hindquarters when we were leaving Egypt.
Who are in the hindquarters?
The children and the old, the feeble, right? He was over there, Esau, that's who Amalek is, just so you know, back there killing our people. And God told us to remember that. That's something you have to remember.
That's right.
You can't just let that go.
And the irony is, you got Amalek today saying, never forget.
True.
That's the irony.
9/11.
Look at
What,
that.
lest we forget. Is that what they slogan is? Yeah.
That's how they getting down, lest we forget.
No. The H word.
The what?
They talking about the H word.
Hate.
Hello.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, never forget. Never forget.
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Bro,
Come on now.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you have like, you know what I'm saying, like rat people that'll never go to Germany, right? Ever. But Native Americans will happily go and buddy up with white people. It just don't make sense.
I'm gonna close up. Go ahead, bring it up.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent, and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly, and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except I repent. So he say, remember from where you are fallen. We used to be on high, man. We used to be the kings of the earth, man, ruling over the heathen in righteousness and justly, man. You got to remember those things and repent, man. You're not just a nigga, you more than that.
Kings. With that, we're going to close up. Giving all honor, all praises, and all glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah. And we're going to bring up the next powerful speaker. Kwame Yasharala.